Finally, IBF welterweight champion Boots Ennis is back in the news, and it's very good news. Ennis, free smoke in a new deal with Matchroom is the order of business. Let's talk about the return of Ennis. Ennis is ready to go. After having promotional and managerial issues, like many fighters have gone through in the past before him, he is now all set to return to the ring. After signing an exclusive deal in partnership with Matchroom, he will get the opportunity to fight. And that's a very positive thing for Ennis, who hasn't been able to secure certain fights in the welterweight division. Even with the prospect of thinking of going up to 154 pounds, junior middleweight, he has been seeking the opportunity to face top-notch opposition and has been restricted. His deal with Showtime, because Showtime has gone out of the business of boxing, had brought his career to a stalemate. Many people thought that he would go in conjunction with PBC, but PBC also limits fighters, and some of them do not fight as frequently as a fighter like Ennis would like to fight. At 26 years of age, he already is in a position to be the best at what he does, but no one will know of this as he toils hard training out of Philadelphia and looking for that smoke. So with what he has before him, by signing with Matchroom, we may even see Jerron do a little bit of traveling. Can we see him in the UK at some time soon? It's highly possible, because there are a number of fighters in the welterweight division who fight out of the UK, Europe, and Australia, and it will give Boots a chance to not only become a more active fighter and champion, but to achieve the recognition that he has been looking for, because the exclusive deal with Showtime and working scantily with PBC has limited he and his progress. So when you think about it, Ennis is in a better position today than he was yesterday. And it can be a very exciting thing, because he's one of the most talented fighters to come down the pipe of boxing in this present era. And it would be a shame for a fighter such as he to be sitting on the shelf and not getting the opportunity to face the quality opposition that many know exists in his contemporary peer group. When I think back on the few fights that he's had recently, it hasn't been stellar, but his record of 31-0 with 28 KOs speaks of the talent that he has. He's able to get people out of there. And because he is as young as he is, 26, that's a man that's not even in his prime yet. He's an orthodox fighter. He can get things done. He has good lateral movement. His footwork is pretty good. And he genuinely knows how to control the ring. When we talk about ring generalship, fighters who are able to keep the fight in the center of the ring, stay away from the ropes, and keep his opponents turning, it is something that Ennis specializes in on a consistent basis in his fights. And because he's able to do that, he's able to give angles to the opponents that find him nowhere to be found in the thick of the action. He can surround people with his overall ability to take control and command of the ring. That can be more intimidating than the power. That can be more intimidating than the speed. That can be more intimidating than the athleticism. All of which is something that has been associated with Ennis and his abilities. Every time that we've seen him in an outing, he does something that mesmerizes not only the opponent, but the viewing audience. I remember upon my first time seeing him fight, I said to myself, this young man has Roy Jones-like talent because he's able to do a lot of the things that Roy did when Roy was a sensational young middleweight fighter coming up. But one difference that Ennis has that I noticed that was something that exclusively separates him from what Jones was at that time. Ennis can be more technical. He can be a little bit more responsible defensive-wise, and he's mindful of when he makes those mistakes in the ring. I can remember against his fight against Sergey Lipinets. After stopping Lipinets in the 6th round, he spoke to his dad saying that, oh, I let him catch me with a couple of shots. I got to clean that up. And that was excellent coming from him because he knew that Lipinets didn't offer the type of power to hurt him, but he was still mindful that some shots got in when he was going in for the kill himself. Another acute advantage he has is the ability to turn southpaw. Ennis is about as smooth a switch hitter that you can see in the ring. He has been known to change from moment to moment, instance to instance, but not because it is being devised as a tactic or a strategy. He does it when he's moving himself in position to gain the advantage over the opponent, which more or less makes it more of a natural occurrence, more so than he going after someone specifically. That is an admirable quality. Those considerations aside, being a switch hitter makes all the difficult problems for the opponents. And I believe that the new deal with Matchroom will allow Ennis to be on display far more frequently and against the type of opposition who will get in the ring and face off against him, whether they're proven to be near his level or not. One of the things that I can say is that a big fight between he and the possible likes of someone like Conor Ben could be on the table in the near future, and you might even see a resurrected Kell Brook. Who knows? But those are not the best of what will be offered to him, but what will be offered should be respected, and the fact that he'll get the opportunity now for more eyes to be on he and what he has going. Carrying that IBF hardware will also assist. Matchroom is making a coup in finally signing top American fighters, as they were trying to do a few years ago and were very unsuccessful. But as things have played out, the first are becoming last, and the last are now becoming first, just as the Bible says, right? Think about it. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about boots Ennis, moving over to Matchroom, and now he'll get the matchups, hopefully, he's been yearning for. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.